You've probably heard of buttons in Notion before, but not like this. Today I'm sharing 3 Notion buttons that you've never heard of. I'm obsessed with making Notion incredibly useful. Now my premium template does have buttons, but I wanted to create some that aren't in headquarters. First, I'll show you how buttons work, then I'll show you how database buttons work by building a time tracker. Then we'll build a quiz in Notion, and then lastly, I'll show you how to build a reset checklist generator. Subscribe for Notion tutorials, let's dive in. So this is just a blank page here in Notion. If you do /, then you can basically get access to all of the different commands in Notion, and you can start typing immediately and type button. So this here is a button in Notion, and there are a bunch of different actions that we can have happen when the button is clicked. So in headquarters, I have a button for creating a task. I have a button for adding a task that's labeled as quick. I have a task for creating a do now task, so it's automatically labeled urgent and important. I have a note button where you can instantly take a note, and then this note appears on the relevant project pages and life bucket pages. I have a button for adding a resource and for generating a routine. So you can truly set up a lot of different actions here. This includes inserting blocks, adding pages to existing databases, editing pages in databases, sending notifications, opening up pages, and then there's some other stuff if you have Notion Plus. So this is what most people talk about when they say Notion buttons. However, there is another type of Notion button where the buttons appear in your database. So let's do this as your tasks, and then I'll click here on plus, and if we scroll down here, then we can see button here. So this button here exists just in this database, whereas these types of buttons, they can be dragged around and put absolutely anywhere. So now that we understand these buttons and what these buttons look like, let's start by building a time tracker in our Notion database. Let's say we want to track our time, and when this button is clicked, then we automatically start tracking our time. Well, let's rename this to start here. So this is the start button. Now, right now, it doesn't know what to connect to. So we'll click on plus here, and we'll select the date property. So we need this now to relate to this. We're going to click on start here, and the type is button, and we'll edit the automation. And we're going to say that when this button is clicked, then what we want it to do is to edit the property. And the property we want to edit is the date property. And we want it to be the time triggered. So when this button is clicked, then the time on the date property gets started. So we'll click on save. So now if I click on start, as you can see, it has now created this date here. But you can't have 2 properties called the same thing, so I'll just call it started. Now I need a way to stop this time. So to do that, we'll click on the plus here, and we'll scroll down, and we'll create another date property. And this here will be the end. Now we won't have this button connected to that, so we'll have to create another button. First, I'll just make this full width real quick. So if I click on the plus here, and now scroll down, and select button, and we'll call this the stop button here. So we have start the timer and stop the timer. So now we'll do the same thing where the start connected to the started, and we'll have the stop connect to the end. So I'll click here on edit automation, and we'll say when the stop button is clicked, then what we want it to do is to edit the property and select the end, and we'll say time triggered, and then we'll click on save. So as I've been recording, the start button was going, so now we'll click on stop, and as you can see, it now says 10:03 a.m. But I don't want to manually do this maths here, 10:02 to 10:03, that's a lot of maths for me. So what we're going to do is click on the plus, and we are going to create a formula. If you haven't used formulas before, they are incredibly useful. So we'll call this something like minutes. And I'll paste this formula here, which is in the description. And all it's saying is show me the date between the end, which is this time, and the started, which is this time. And show me that information in minutes. And then I'll click on save. So it's 1 minute here. And now what you could do, so you don't have to see these 2 properties here, is right click, and we are not going to delete the property, but we are instead going to hide in view. So I could hide this, and I could hide this, and now I have a very simple time tracker here, where I have my task, I have the start time, I have the stop time, and it gets added into minutes. That's how to use buttons to create a time tracker in Notion. All right, let's make a quiz in Notion. Now to do that, we will be using these types of buttons here that we looked at before. So these are not the same as database buttons. Let's have an easy quiz question like, have you subscribed? Well, what we now want is a few options. So to do that, what I'll do at the top of the page here is do / and write page. And page number 1 here is going to be correct, and I'll add a check mark to that page. And then I'll add another page here, which will be incorrect, and I'll add an emoji to that. So we have the correct page and the incorrect page. So now we'll create the settings for this button here. We'll have option 1, which is yes, and then we're going to add an action. So basically, when this yes button is clicked, what we want to happen is to open up the page, and now we need to say what page do we want opened. and we want the correct page to be opened. And we'll open that in center peak. And now I'll copy and paste this, so I have the button again, and then we'll change this to no, I haven't. So when the button is clicked, then instead of opening up the correct page, we want to open up the incorrect page. So now when you get to this quiz question of have you subscribed, I can click on yes and see correct, or if I click on no, I haven't, then I'll see incorrect. And now that you've set this up, you can simply copy this and paste it, and I have the next question. So I'll change this one to buttons, I'll change this one to budget tracker, and then I'll copy and paste it 2 more times, Notion calendar and Notion AI. So now I have these 4 options, and let's drag this one here just to mix up the order. So now when I see what are we learning today, and I think, oh, I think we're learning about Notion calendar, I'll see incorrect. And then I realize, wait a minute, we're learning about buttons, and now I see correct. That's how to build a quiz in Notion. All right, so you have most likely your calendar in Notion, and hopefully your calendar is the same as your task list. And for me right now, it's a Sunday. And what do you do on Sundays? Well, you do a, wait for it, weekly reset. Now, if you're doing a weekly reset every single week, then let's have a button that generates all of those tasks for us. So to do that, we'll click on New Action here. And this time we are going to insert blocks. So now we'll drag some blocks, aka some pages, aka some tasks, into this space here. So I have these 3 tasks here that I do every Sunday. Well, what I can do is just drag them here into this space. So I'll drag them in like this, and now I'll simply click on Done. So now when I click on the weekly reset button, I get these tasks here automatically generated, and I can easily drag them into my day. So now on Sunday, I can see it's time for me to review my week. By the way, if you want a system for reviewing your week, and check out Headquarters, where my weekly review literally brings in the tasks you completed that week for you to look at and to review. There's a link in the description to the template, or click on this video here to see the full tour. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful.